Dear friends, with so much conflicting nutrition advice around us, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. One expert says avoid fats, another warns about carbohydrates, and yet another tells us to eat nothing but plants. But the truth is simpler. We return to whole, natural foods, those that nourish us with vitamins, minerals, and healthy fats. We can support our body at every stage of life. Today, let me share with you 9 foods that deserve a place in your kitchen. These are not exotic superfoods. They are everyday choices that can transform your health when chosen wisely. Food 1. Grass-fed butter. For decades, butter was labeled as unhealthy, blamed for heart disease because of its saturated fat content. Many households replaced it with margarine and hydrogenated spreads, which were marketed as better options. Modern science has revealed a more balanced truth. Real butter, especially when it comes from grass-fed cows, is not the villain it was once made out to be. In fact, it can provide valuable nutrition when used in moderation. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Psychology have shown that not all saturated fats are equal. Grass-fed butter contains unique fatty acids that may have health benefits. One example is conjugated linoleic acid, CLA. Research suggests that CLA, naturally found in higher amounts in grass-fed dairy, has anti-inflammatory properties and may support immune function and even healthy weight regulation. Grass-fed butter is also significantly richer in omega-3 fatty acids than conventional butter. These are essential fats that help reduce inflammation, support brain health, and protect cardiovascular function. In fact, a comparative study in the Journal of Dairy Science found that grass-fed butter can contain up to 5 times more omega-3 south than butter from grain-fed cows. Another key nutrient is vitamin K2, a fat-soluble vitamin that plays a crucial role in calcium metabolism and bone health. Several studies indicate that higher intakes of vitamin K2 are linked to a reduced risk of cardiovascular disease, because it helps keep calcium in the bones and out of the arteries. Grass-fed butter is one of the rare natural sources of this important nutrient. Beyond these benefits, grass-fed butter provides meaningful amounts of vitamin A and vitamin E, both powerful antioxidants that support eye health, immune strength, and skin integrity. The higher content of carotenoids in the grass diet of cows is what gives grass-fed butter its golden yellow color, nature's sign of superior nutrition. Of course, portion size matters. Butter is calorie-dense, and using it excessively is not recommended. Replacing industrial seed oil-based spreads with a modest pat of grass-fed butter on steamed vegetables or whole-grain bread is a small, delicious choice that can make a meaningful difference in your nutrient intake. The lesson is simple. Instead of fearing butter, choose wisely. Grass-fed butter is not only creamier and richer in taste, it is also a more nutrient-dense option that aligns with both traditional diets and modern science. Food number 2, pasture-raised eggs. For many years, eggs were unfairly criticized for their cholesterol content. Health authorities once warned people to limit eggs to only a few per week, fearing they would raise blood cholesterol and increase the risk of heart disease. But today, research tells a very different story. Eggs are now recognized as one of the most nutrient-dense foods we can eat. And the quality of the egg depends greatly on how the hen was raised. Pasture-raised eggs, those from hens that roam outdoors, forage on grass, and eat insects and seeds, are dramatically more nutritious than conventional eggs. A landmark study conducted by Mother Earth News and later confirmed by independent research found that pasture-raised eggs can contain twice as much omega-3 fatty acids, 3 times more vitamin E, and up to 7 times more beta-carotene compared to eggs from caged hens. These differences are not minor. They translate directly into benefits for human health. Omega-3 fatty acids in eggs help reduce inflammation, support brain function, and promote heart health. Vitamin E is a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from oxidative damage and supports skin and immune health. Beta-carotene, the plant precursor of vitamin A, is vital for eye health and mood. This is why the yolks of pasture-raised Eggs are noticeably richer and more orange in color compared to the pale yellow yolks of conventional eggs. The deeper color reflects higher carotenoid content. Eggs are also one of the best natural sources of iron, a nutrient essential for brain development, liver function, and nerve signaling. According to the National Institutes of Health, nearly 90% of Americans do not get enough choline in their diets.
Yes.
Just 2 large eggs can provide more than half of the daily recommended intake. For older adults, sufficient choline intake is linked to better memory and cognitive performance. And what about cholesterol? Recent large-scale studies, including one published in the British Medical Journal, have found that moderate egg consumption is not associated with an increased risk of heart disease in healthy individuals. In fact, eggs raise good HDL, cholesterol, which helps protect the cardiovascular system. The cost difference between conventional eggs and pasture-raised eggs is often just a few cents per egg. For such a small investment, you receive superior nutrition and the assurance that the hens were raised more humanely. In short, pasture-raised eggs are one of nature's most complete foods, rich in protein, essential fats, antioxidants, and brain-boosting nutrients. When you choose pasture-raised, you are not only choosing better animal welfare, you are choosing better health for yourself. Food number 3, whole grain and sprouted breads. Bread has nourished civilizations for thousands of years. Yet modern industrial bread is often stripped of its very soul. What should be a wholesome staple has, in many cases, been reduced to a processed product filled with refined flour, added sugars, and chemical preservatives. Fortunately, not all breads are created equal. Choosing true whole grain and sprouted breads can make a remarkable difference for your health. Whole grains contain all 3 key parts of the grain: the bran, the germ, and the endosperm. When grains are refined into white flour, the bran and germ are removed along with most of the fiber, B vitamins, antioxidants, and healthy fats. What remains is a calorie-dense powder that spikes blood sugar but offers very little nutrition. This is why, in the United States, manufacturers must enrich white flour by adding synthetic vitamins and iron back into it. But this process can never fully replace what nature provided. In contrast, true whole grain bread preserves these nutrients in their natural form. A slice of hearty whole grain bread often provides 3 to 4 grams of dietary fiber compared to less than 1 gram in many soft commercial loaves. Fiber is critical for digestion, satiety, and blood sugar control. A meta-analysis in The Lancet concluded that higher fiber intake is linked to lower risks of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. Sprouted breads take nutrition one step further. When grains are sprouted, enzymes are activated that break down starches, making nutrients easier to digest. Research published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology shows that sprouted grains can have higher levels of B vitamins, vitamin C, folate, and antioxidant activity compared to unsprouted grains. Sprouting also lowers the glycemic index of bread, meaning it causes a gentler rise in blood sugar, key benefit for people concerned about energy crashes or insulin resistance. Another important aspect is protein quality. Sprouted bread often includes a mix of grains, legumes, and seeds, which together provide a more complete amino acid profile. This makes sprouted bread not just a source of carbohydrates, but also a meaningful contributor to daily protein needs. When shopping, the ingredient list is your best guide. Look for breads that list whole grain or sprouted grain as the first ingredient with minimal added sugars. Beware of labels like multigrain or wheat bread, which can still be made primarily from refined flour. In short, whole grain and sprouted breads are the modern way to enjoy an ancient food, rich in natural fiber, vitamins, minerals, and plant compounds that support long-term health. Choosing them over refined bread is a simple, everyday swap that pays lifelong dividends. Food number 4, organic rolled oats. When it comes to simple, affordable, and nourishing foods, few can compete with oats. For centuries, oats have been a humble staple across Europe and North America, prized for their ability to sustain energy and support overall wellness. But in today's fast-paced world, Many people overlook them in favor of colorful cereal boxes filled with sugar and artificial flavorings. Breakfast table. Oats are especially rich in beta-glucan, soluble fiber that has been studied extensively for its health benefits. According to research published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, consuming just 3 grams of beta-glucan per day can lower LDL cholesterol by up to 10%. This makes oats a heart-healthy choice, reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease while also improving blood sugar regulation. Beta-glucan forms a gentle gel in the digestive tract, slowing the absorption of glucose and promoting a steady release of energy. That is why oatmeal keeps you full and energized much longer than sugary cereals. But fiber is only part of the story. Oats are also rich in manganese, phosphorus, magnesium, iron, zinc, and B vitamins, such as thiamine and folate. These nutrients are essential for energy metabolism, bone health, and immune support. A single serving of rolled oats can provide nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs. Magnesium plays a critical role in nerve function, muscle relaxation, and blood pressure regulation. The benefits of oats extend beyond the heart and metabolism. A study in the Journal of Nutrition found that beta-glucan from oats can also enhance the body's immune defense by stimulating immune cells known as macrophages. For older adults whose immune function may naturally decline, oats offer an easy way to strengthen resilience. Organic oats are particularly important because conventional oats are often sprayed with glyphosate as a drying agent before harvest. Choosing certified organic rolled oats ensures that you are avoiding unnecessary chemical residues while supporting cleaner farming practices. Preparation is both versatile and simple. Oats can be enjoyed warm as oatmeal, soaked overnight with yogurt and fruit, or baked into wholesome muffins and bars. Combined with nuts, seeds, or berries, they become a complete nutrient-dense meal. In short, organic rolled oats are not just a breakfast option, they are a foundational food. Rich in fiber, minerals, and compounds that protect the heart and immune system, oats prove that health does not have to come from expensive superfoods. Sometimes the best medicine is already sitting quietly in your pantry. Food number 5. Wild-caught salmon. Among the many choices at the seafood counter, salmon stands out as one of the most nutritious. Yet not all salmon is the same. Wild-caught salmon harvested from cold, natural waters offers a very different nutritional profile from its farm-raised counterpart. Choosing wild salmon is not just about taste. It is about maximizing the health benefits of this remarkable food. Wild salmon is one of the richest dietary sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA eicosapentaenoic acid and DHA docosahexaenoic acid. These long-chain omega-3 are essential for heart health, brain function, and reducing chronic inflammation. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that higher intake of EPA and DHA is associated with significantly lower risks of fatal heart disease. Just 2 servings of wild salmon per week can meet the recommended intake of these protective fats. Compared to farmed salmon, wild salmon has a superior nutrient profile. Research in the Journal of Food Composition and Analysis shows that wild salmon contains lower total fat, but higher levels of omega-3 south per gram of fat, as well as a more favorable omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. This matters because a diet with excessive omega-2,6 and 2, little omega-2,3 is linked to greater inflammation and chronic disease risks. Another key difference lies in antioxidants. Wild salmon naturally contains astaxanthin, the pigment that gives its flesh a vibrant red-orange color. Astaxanthin is a powerful antioxidant shown to reduce oxidative stress, protect eye health, and support skin integrity. Farmed salmon, by contrast, is often fed synthetic carotenoids to imitate this color. The natural astaxanthin found in wild salmon offers far greater biological benefits. Wild salmon is also rich in high-quality protein, vitamin D, B vitamins, especially B12 and niacin, and minerals such as selenium. These nutrients contribute to muscle strength, energy production, and immune support. For older adults, Regular consumption of vitamin D and omega-3 south has been associated with improved bone density and reduced risk of cognitive decline. Of course, fresh wild salmon can be expensive depending on the season. But alternatives such as canned wild Alaskan salmon or frozen fillets retain much of the same nutrient profile at a lower cost. These convenient forms still provide the omega-3s, protein, and antioxidants that make salmon a superfood. In short, wild-caught salmon is more than a delicious meal. It is a nutritional powerhouse for the heart, brain, and body. Making it a regular part of your diet, even once or twice a week, is a simple and science-backed step toward lifelong health. Food number 6. Grass-fed beef. The phrase "you are what you eat" takes on a new meaning when we consider beef. Cows that are raised on natural pasture, feeding primarily on grass, produce meat that is fundamentally different from cattle fattened on grain and industrial feedlots. Choosing grass-fed beef is not only an ethical choice, it is also a nutritional upgrade with meaningful benefits for long-term health. One of the most important differences lies in the balance of fats. Grass-fed beef contains a significantly higher proportion of omega-3 fatty acids compared to grain-fed beef, according to research published in the Nutrition Journal. Omega-3 levels can be up to 5 times higher in grass-fed beef. These fats are critical for reducing inflammation, supporting brain health, and protecting the cardiovascular system. Grain-fed beef, in contrast, tends to have a much higher omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, which can tip the body toward inflammatory states when consumed in excess. Grass-fed beef is also one of the richest dietary sources of conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a naturally occurring fat that has been studied for its potential to improve body composition, reduce inflammation, and support immune health. A review in the Journal of Animal Science found that beef from grass-fed cattle contained 2 to 3 times more CLA than conventional beef, beyond fats. Grass-fed beef offers a superior micronutrient profile, provides higher amounts of vitamin, a precursor's beta-carotene, vitamin E, and glutathione, master antioxidant that helps defend cells from oxidative stress. These compounds accumulate in the meat because cows that graze on fresh grasses ingest far more plant antioxidants than those fed on grains. The result is meat that is richer in protective nutrients and naturally more flavorful. With a deeper red color, like all beef, grass-fed varieties are excellent sources of high-quality protein, iron, zinc, and vitamin B12. These nutrients are crucial for maintaining muscle mass, supporting red blood cell production, and sustaining energy metabolism. For older adults in particular, high-quality protein combined with iron and B vitamins is essential to preserve strength and reduce fatigue. While grass-fed beef can be slightly more expensive, it is often available at warehouse clubs and discount grocers at competitive prices. And because it is nutrient-dense, modest portions are enough. A serving of 3 to 4 ounces, paired with plenty of vegetables, can deliver all the benefits without excess. In summary, grass-fed beef is not simply another cut of meat. It is a source of cleaner protein and healthier fats, enriched with natural antioxidants and vital minerals. Choosing it more often is an evidence-based step toward reducing inflammation, building strength, and supporting overall wellness. Food number 7. Canned or pouched wild fish. When people think of healthy fish, they often imagine fresh fillets from the seafood counter. But the truth is, some of the most affordable and practical options come in cans and pouches.
Tuna.
And salmon, packaged in these convenient forms, are nutrient-dense, budget-friendly, and surprisingly versatile. One of the greatest advantages of canned or pouched wild fish is its protein density. A single 3-ounce serving typically provides 15 to 20 grams of high-quality protein. Protein is not only the building block for muscles, skin, and enzymes, it is also one of the most satiating nutrients. According to a review in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, higher protein intake supports weight management, preserves lean muscle mass, and promotes metabolic health, especially in older adults. These portable packs are also excellent sources of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, A study published in the Journal of Food Science confirmed that canned salmon retains nearly the same omega-3 levels as fresh salmon. These essential fats lower inflammation, protect the heart, and support cognitive health. For individuals over 50, regular omega-3 intake has been associated with slower cognitive decline and reduced risk of cardiovascular disease. Another benefit is the mineral content. Canned salmon, especially when it includes edible bones, is rich in calcium and phosphorus, both vital for bone strength. This makes it an outstanding food for older adults concerned about osteoporosis. Tuna and salmon also provide selenium, an antioxidant mineral that protects against cellular damage and supports thyroid health. The type of fish matters. Wild-caught salmon and skipjack or light tuna are generally lower in mercury compared to larger predatory species like albacore or yellowfin. This makes them safer for regular consumption. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration advises that adults can safely consume 2 to 3 servings of these low-mercury fish per week. Convenience is another key factor. Canned and pouched fish require no cooking and can be easily turned into nourishing meals mixed with olive oil and lemon for a salad, blended with Greek yogurt as a spread, or shaped into quick fish patties. Compared to many processed lunch meats or fast foods, this is a far superior option for both health and cost. In summary, canned or pouched wild fish prove that healthy eating does not have to be complicated or expensive. They deliver protein, omega-3s, and essential minerals in a convenient form that supports heart, brain, and bone health. Keeping a few in your pantry ensures you always have a reliable, nutrient-rich meal within reach. Food number 8. Probiotic and fermented foods. In recent years, science has revealed what traditional cultures have known for centuries. A healthy gut is central to overall health. At the heart of this discovery are probiotic and fermented foods, which naturally supply beneficial bacteria that help maintain a balanced gut microbiome. Foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso, and kombucha are more than flavorful side dishes. They are powerful allies for digestion, immunity, and even mental well-being. The human gut is home to trillions of microorganisms that influence everything from nutrient absorption to mood regulation. When this delicate community is disrupted by stress, poor diet, or antibiotics, our health can suffer. Research published in Nature Reviews Gastroenterology and Hepatology shows that probiotics can help restore balance, improve bowel regularity, and reduce symptoms of conditions like irritable bowel syndrome. Fermented foods provide live bacterial cultures, such as lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, which colonize the gut and promote diversity. This is important because studies in the British Journal of Nutrition have linked greater microbial diversity to stronger immune function and lower risk of metabolic diseases. In older adults, probiotics may even improve markers of inflammation and enhance resistance to infections. Beyond the gut, the benefits extend to other systems. A meta-analysis in the Journal of Clinical Gastroenterology found that probiotic supplementation reduced the risk of antibiotic-associated diarrhea by nearly 50%. Another study in Frontiers in Psychiatry suggested that certain strains of probiotics, sometimes called psychobiotics, may help reduce anxiety and support better mood through the gut-brain connection. Fermented foods are also a natural source of vitamins and bioactive compounds. For example, kimchi and sauerkraut are rich in vitamin C and antioxidants, while kefir provides calcium, vitamin K2, and bioactive peptides that support bone and heart health. These nutrients are produced or enhanced during the fermentation process, making the food more bioavailable than its raw counterpart. For those who cannot regularly consume fermented foods, high-quality probiotic supplements are another option. The key is to look for products with multiple strains and delivery systems that ensure the bacteria survive stomach acid and reach the colon, where they provide the greatest benefit. In summary, incorporating probiotic and fermented foods into your diet is one of the simplest, most natural ways to support gut health, strengthen immunity, and even influence mood and cognition. A spoonful of yogurt, a glass of kefir, Or a serving of sauerkraut each day may be a small habit, but it is a habit with profound impact on lifelong health. Food number 9, nuts and seeds, small in size but mighty in nutrition. Nuts and seeds are some of the most concentrated sources of essential nutrients in the natural world. Almonds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, and sesame seeds each carry their own unique profile of healthy fats, protein, fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Together, they form a category of foods strongly associated with longevity and reduced risk of chronic disease. One of their most important contributions is healthy fats. Nuts and seeds provide monounsaturated fats and plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, which support heart health and reduce inflammation. Walnuts, in particular, are rich in alpha-linolenic acid ALA, a plant form of omega-3 that has been shown in studies published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology to reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Regular nut consumption has consistently been linked to lower rates of heart attacks and strokes. Protein is another benefit. A small handful of nuts or seeds, about 30 grams, can deliver 6 to 8 grams of plant-based protein. This makes them an excellent complement to other protein sources, especially for older adults looking to maintain muscle mass. The American Journal of Clinical Nutrition has highlighted that diets higher in nuts and seeds are associated with improved weight control, largely due to their ability to increase satiety and reduce overeating. Nuts and seeds are also rich in fiber, supporting digestive health and stabilizing blood sugar. For example, chia seeds absorb water and form a gel-like consistency in the gut, slowing glucose absorption and providing sustained energy. Flax seeds are one of the richest sources of lignans plant compounds with antioxidant and hormone balancing properties. Micronutrients further elevate their value. Pumpkin seeds are loaded with magnesium, zinc, and iron, crucial for bone health, immune function, and energy production. Almonds provide vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects skin and cell membranes. Sesame seeds are a great source of calcium and beneficial phytosterols that may support healthy cholesterol levels. Importantly, nuts and seeds are versatile and easy to include in daily meals. Sprinkle chia or flax seeds into yogurt, blend walnuts into oatmeal, or snack on a handful of almonds in the afternoon. Choose unsalted and minimally processed varieties whenever possible to maximize benefits without added sodium or oils. In summary, nuts and seeds prove that powerful nutrition often comes in small packages. Their blend of healthy fats, protein, fiber, and protective plant compounds makes them a cornerstone of a heart-healthy, anti-inflammatory diet. Just one handful a day can deliver outsized rewards for your brain, heart, and overall vitality. So there you have it, 9 everyday foods that can truly elevate your health. Grass-fed butter and beef, pasture-raised eggs, whole-grain breads, rolled oats, wild fish, probiotic-rich foods, nuts and seeds. None of these require strict diets or complicated rules. They're simple, natural choices that work in harmony with your body. Remember, the closer your food is to its natural form, the more it will give back to you in energy, in vitality, and in long-lasting health. Thank you for watching Nutigood HealthBook. If this video inspired you, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend or loved one who deserves encouragement on their health journey.